Hello everyone, I'm the 5-minute reviewer, and today I'm gonna do something different other than reviews. I'll give my opinion on something a bit more religious. I'm recently inspired by how some influencers recently has come out to share their faith, especially those in the gaming circles like Melanie Mac Go Boom. So I do want to do a series to show that how some games do have Christian influences in them. So this is my short 5-minute take on how I can see some Christian theology from the Legend of Zelda series. So before I start, I'd like to give some clarification. So the first clarification, of course, I want to give is that the Legend of Zelda series is obviously not designed to be a one-on-one reflection of Christianity. After all, the original creators were Japanese, and odds are they are Shinto believers, and their experience of creating Zelda and any storytelling is based on the influences they experience around them. The next clarification I like to make is that the Legend of Zelda has many non-Christian elements. So for instance, the pantheon of Hyrule is obviously a polytheistic religion, with each deity taking on a different role. This is more similar to Asian religions than to Christianity, where it asserts there is one God, in other words, monotheistic religion. With that out of the way, let us begin. The first most explicit idea is the idea of the Chosen One. Now, although there have been many iterations of the series, taking place across different versions of Hyrule, the Chosen One is always a boy called Link. This is most explicit in the game Breath of the Wild, where it explicitly says that this evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess carrying the blood of the goddess. With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend. The game is also explicit that each attempt to defeat Ganon without the presence of the Chosen One will also fail. This is most explicit in the game Twilight Princess, where the attempts to defeat Ganon without the Chosen One resulted in half the world being covered by twilight. This parallels the Christian idea of the Chosen One, where in Christianity the Chosen One is Jesus. Of course, I'm not saying that Link is Jesus, but the idea of the Chosen One is reflected in the personhood of Jesus. Where in Isaiah 53 verse 6 says that we all like sheep have gone astray, and each of us has turned to our own way. And the Lord has laid on him, meaning Jesus, the iniquity of us all. So in Christianity, any attempt to overcome sin and our inequities without trusting in Jesus will ultimately lead to failure. The second Christian idea I want to talk about is the inherited battle between good and evil. This is most explicit at the end of Skyward Sword, in which Demise, the demon, threatens, "My head never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time." This implies that the inherited combat between good and evil will always be located within three people: Ganon, Link, and Zelda, throughout the entire series of The Legend of Zelda. This echoes the curse that was given at the Garden of Eden: "And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers, and he will crush your head, and you will strike his heel," in Genesis 3 verse 15. In other words, the battle between humanity and Satan was inherited through the generations, and is something that we can only overcome through Jesus. So with that, I want to conclude, and I hope you can see that there are ideas which are similar between Legend of Zelda and Christianity. I put more details on my thoughts in the description below, so feel free to read it. With that, please subscribe, write what you feel in the comments below, and have a good week ahead. Take care everyone.